God of Destruction Topo looked very impressive in episode 125, but up next, he's going to have to square off against Vegeta for some reason in Dragon Ball Super episode 126. Welcome to my Dragon Ball Super episode 126 preview prediction video where I go through the next episode preview and give you my thoughts and analysis frame by frame on what I think is going on here with episode 126. And we're just a few episodes away from the end of this arc, which is also going to be the end of Dragon Ball Super in episode 131, which will be at the end of March. So this episode right here, we're approaching the end. We really are, and I'm really wondering if they're going to do any post-tournament stuff. You know, there's obviously the story arc with Frieza that hasn't been played out yet. There's also the story arc with who's going to get the wish and what the wish will mean, if it'll even mean anything. But it's safe to say that the wish is not going to lead to another arc, and that we're not going to see an evil Grand Priest. We're not going to see an evil Grand Priest in this arc, at least, because that would be a separate arc, I would think, and they're not going to go down that road. You know, I don't think they're going to do that. But still, we're still wrapping this up, and I think it's going to be interesting to see where it goes, but maybe a bit predictable. But let's get to it right now without wasting any more time. Episode 126 preview. This Topo right here looks absolutely menacing, dude. He's gigantic. He's shredded. He's got the weird red symbols. I said in my review that he actually resembled fan fiction. I don't know if y'all remember, but there was that piece of fan fiction of like a Super Saiyan God Goku with like symbols in his chest. This is really old. This is from like, gosh, I want to say like 4 years ago. Right? Maybe 3 years ago. He kind of looks like that, you know, but definitely scary looking. And the last episode, we definitely found out for sure that my suspicions were correct in that Topo had been training, Marcerita had been training him to become a God of Destruction. So that's how he's able to tap into God Ki so much. So it's not that different from what Whis is teaching them, except that, well, Whis is teaching Goku and Vegeta, except that Whis training Goku and Vegeta seems to be aimed more towards them learning Ultra Instinct than it is them learning, you know, this or whatever, God Ki or whatever the case may be, or Hakai Ki in this case. But right here it looks like 17 is in trouble. We know Frieza got knocked out. He's not out of the ring, but just unconscious. He's on the corner somewhere. Now we have Topo and 17 squaring off, and 17 seems to be the last hope because Goku and Vegeta are still busy with Jiren. Big blast right there, and there goes 17. Now, of course, the story here is that, you know, some people are believing that 17 is getting eliminated. Well, I don't believe that's the case in this episode. I think that's probably going to happen in 127, only because of suspicions that I have from leaked episode titles, or a leaked episode title that I covered already in a previous video. I think 17 will last one more episode, but I really don't know. I mean, it looks right here like the dude's out. Remember, all that's left now are just a bunch of rocks. The arena is broken up. And also, if you look at the background, it's now purple. And it's tough to say whether or not the purple background is from Topo's energy being dark, you know, Hakai energy, destruction energy, or if it's from the Grand Priest changing the color like he did when he made it green. So it's tough to say which is which, but it definitely has a very unique look and something that we haven't seen in Dragon Ball before. Says here, Topo overwhelms Frieza and number 17 with the power of destruction. The power of destruction is the way that they translate Hakai energy, or God Destruction energy. And there we have Vegeta again with that kind of shiny new blue, darker blue, who wants to square off against Topo. But I wonder what's going to happen with Jiren. Is Goku and Jiren just going to be one-on-one now while Vegeta goes to take on Topo? I'm so happy this is happening, though, because if you remember, they were teasing that Vegeta-Topo fight, you know, back, gosh, I want to say like 3 months ago during the Kefla thing, and we didn't get it. We saw very little of it. They focused mostly on Goku and Kefla, and we saw a little bit of Vegeta and Topo. Now we're seeing Vegeta and Topo at max power. So seeing this is going to be very interesting. I like it too. I like Vegeta's very serious tone. Again, look at the background with like the interesting, like these shiny things back there. You would think that those are like planets, but we really don't know if they are because this is supposed to be the world of Void. Like, it's just very unique look. Topo threw everything away to become a God of Destruction. Yeah, I didn't mention that in my review, but yeah, basically it's implied that And it's very difficult to explain, but from what I gather, it's implied that Topo kind of gave up the whole justice thing, not permanently, but, you know, he gave up his whole trying to be moral and trying to do the right thing in order to tap into this Hakai energy, you know, because obviously, if you're going to be a god of destruction, you have to destroy things, and this dude has to learn how to do it. This power-up right here looks awesome, and here he comes. Looks like Vegeta goes for a shot down low to the knees. Very good idea. We know that Topo skipped leg day. That's been the joke for years. Or maybe it was Jiren that skipped leg day. I don't know. And maybe that's a good idea to go down low and trip him up. Good shot right there. Very good shot from Vegeta. And that would be a smart strategy to have Vegeta go down on Topo. Pause. Go low on Topo. You know what I'm saying. So Topo says, against him, Vegeta, the man who takes on everything, strikes a desperate blow. I've never heard, at least I don't remember, them ever referring to Vegeta as the man who takes on everything. That's a pretty cool name for him. Here comes Topo right at Vegeta. He nailed him with a shot at point blank range. I look forward to seeing this fight. I mean, just look at the aesthetics here. Look at the background with like the orange here and the mountain and Topo. Really enjoying the way this looks. I mean, I think it looks like something, again, like I said before, totally different and cool. Topo's pounding this guy. You know, and I don't know what he's going to do against Topo, but right here we see Topo preparing to hit him with a very large God of Destruction blast. Now, of course, the question's going to be, you know, we've been asking ourselves for the past few months, has Jiren surpassed Beerus? And it's been a debate. I've seen people debate this because Jiren looked way more impressive against Goku God and beyond than Beerus did, but we've never seen Beerus at full power. Now I think the question is, you know, is Topo, where does he rank? Is Topo stronger than Beerus or as strong? I don't know. I don't think so. But it's tough to say. Now, I got to note what Goku says right here. Vegeta, are you planning to throw your life away? I think a lot of people are thinking that Vegeta's going to blow himself up. In other words, he's going to do like the move that he did against Majin Buu, where he sacrificed himself and he blew himself up to defeat Buu, but it failed. Buu survived. I don't see that happening here. I mean, obviously, if that happens, it would then eliminate Topo and Vegeta because they both, I suppose, would be dead if it works. In which case, it'll be 17, Goku, Frieza, and Jiren, 3 against 1. I don't see that happening. I do not think Vegeta is going to try to sacrifice himself. I could be wrong. I don't think so. Let me know in the comments if you think he will or not. See, the way that Nozawa performs Goku there, it's like, oh no, like, you know, definitely with an aura of concern. Very concerned about Vegeta here. Next on Dragon Ball Super, and that, by the way, I didn't even notice that there we have a huge blast from, I did notice it, but I didn't talk about it. Big blast from Topo. I'm expecting the first half of the episode to be just fights, but I'm curious about what's going to drag Vegeta away from the fight with Jiren. Maybe Topo challenges Vegeta. Maybe he says, hey, I want to fight you instead. You know what I mean? Maybe that's it. Maybe Vegeta's like, all right, like, you know, and then Jiren's like, all right, go ahead and fight him. Like, I mean, I don't know what. Again, leave a comment and let me know why you think Vegeta is leaving the fight against Topo, or I'm sorry, leaving the fight against Jiren to go fight Topo. Now, this episode title, Goku says it, surpass even a god, Vegeta's desperate blow. In the original leaks that had come out, the name of the episode was Vegeta's life-risking blow, and as far as I know, they're very similar translations. It's the same thing pretty much, desperate and life-risking. But, you know, the Toei subs or the Crunchyroll subs have always been a little weird. That's why I like to have different translators, because they don't always come out that accurate. That's why you see stuff like King Kai Fist and things like that that are just not right, you know, even by dub standards. But it's interesting because it says surpass even a god. So it's almost like, again, to defeat Topo, you're going to have to surpass a god because he's God of Destruction Topo. So Vegeta beating him would be him surpassing a God of Destruction. But you have to remember, not every God of Destruction has the same level of power. So it could also be that, yes, Topo's a God of Destruction, but he's not anywhere on the level of Beerus and Champa. Again, that remains to be seen. I don't want to sit here and say for certain it's one way or another, but it's still Vegeta surpassing a god, even if it's a weaker god. You know, in comparison to the other ones. I'm not saying he's weak, but I'm saying when you compare him to the other gods of destruction, we don't know how strong he is, but he's definitely stronger than Seadra. We know he's definitely more powerful than Seadra because Frieza tried to contain his blast and couldn't. Topo is more powerful than Seadra, and that's very impressive to me. Then again, Seadra's probably one of the weaker gods of destruction. Here he is glowing with energy.
재밌게 그래요,
I love that shot of Vegeta just not even playing around, getting ready to get in there. Not too much else to break down right here. Yeah, that's where it ends. So let me know what you think. Are you excited to see a Vegeta and Topo fight? The battle of silver medalists, the battle of the second placers behind Goku and Jiren. How do you think Vegeta leaves that fight? Do you think 17's out? I want to know your comments in the comment section down below, and I want to thank you again for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'm sure we'll have tons to talk about in the coming weeks about these episodes. So talk to you soon.